Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to dynamically test your APIs using Postman's agent mode. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fork this collection into one of the workspaces that I want to work in. So I'll go ahead and add that into my dynamic testing banking API workspace, and I'll fork that collection. Once I have that forked, I'm going to start working on building out a couple of things that can help me dynamically test this workflow. So let's go ahead and toggle our right sidebar, and you can see that we're going to get started using agent mode. So the first thing we're going to do with an agent mode is we're going to go ahead and create an environment variable for this specific collection, since there's no environment variable file created. So let's go ahead and ask agent mode by going to @collections and selecting the collection you're interested in and telling it to create an environment variable file called banking.local. So it looks like agent mode went ahead and created our banking.local file. So now when we generate our API key, we should be able to save our API keys into that environment variable file. So let's go ahead and actually do some dynamic testing where we take this URL and turn that into a base URL for all of the requests in this collection. We can go ahead and ask agent mode to do that. Go ahead and approve all of those. And now you should see that our variables are set for our base URL. So if we want to start working with some dynamic variables, we can actually take away some hard-coded values. So let's go ahead and give this one a random full name, so that every time we create an account, we're generating some random values. So now we're looking at an account called from account, and we want to create this API where we can transfer some of its balance within a transaction. So to do that, we'll need the account ID. So to get the account ID, we would need a post response script. Let's use agent mode to help us generate a post response script to capture this account's ID. Perfect, so it's added a post response script. So now when we send this request, we should see this ID dynamically being added in our environments variable file. Let's do the same for to account. Let's ask agent mode from our collection and select the API that we're interested in creating a script for, and we'll ask agent mode to programmatically capture the account ID from this API. And so now when we send this request, we should see that variable render. And now when we look at all of the accounts that we've created, you can see all of the random accounts that we created for our banking transaction. This is useful when we're creating a transaction. So in the body of our transaction, we're actually using these variables that we set up using agent mode. So if we send this request, we can now get a transaction ID. We can do the same thing to capture this transaction ID, so we can also run our get a transaction request using that transaction ID variable. So let's go ahead and have agent mode create that script for us. So now when we send this request, we can see our transaction ID. And now we can list all of our transactions that we made from both of the accounts, and we can also get a transaction by its ID. Now all we have to do is ask Agent Mode to create tests for every single request in this collection. And you can see that Agent Mode was able to add 16 different tests. So now that we've added all of these tests, we can run them using the collection runner. And that's how you use Agent Mode to dynamically test.